Okay, so this recording is excuse me, this training is recorded. So one of the trainings that I wanted to do, we just had Jared James last week come to our location. We had him do a special training, which was great. And not known to me until I saw his slide deck, he was talking about AI. And of course, also talking about how when you're creating content, you need to be relevant. Everything in today's market and everything that you do in social media now has to be, the content is no longer, hey, my name is this, and I've been around for this, and I specialize in this. AI and your consumers, when they're searching, really don't care for that type of content. What they're looking for is looking to see if you are relevant. That's it. And how consistent you are that you're doing what you're doing as a real estate agent. The main thing is consistency and relevancy. So if you're putting content online, it has to be relevant to a question that somebody's about to ask. AI, Google, all the AI search engines, Claude, Gemini, everybody chat, they don't look for content that's fluffy. They look for content that did you answer the question that somebody just typed in into it, an AI search. When somebody says, hey, looking for best realtor in Visalia in ChatGPT, is there content on your page, on your Google listing, on your YouTube channel anywhere else that showcases that you might be a special person or you might be relevant to that question. So you got to make sure you're being relevant. The AI authority page that we're talking about is just super simple to do. And I don't want you guys to freak out, okay? Because I've already created a GPT machine that will actually walk you through setting it up. You have to take the time, maybe 30, 40 minutes, and said, let me answer all of these questions that this GPT is asking me. Who am I? What's my name? What's my title? What's my license number? What do I specialize in? Who do I specialize for? What are my niche markets? How long have I been in business? All of that data is shows that you are relevant and it shows that you're an expert in your market because it's basically boom, 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 bullet points. And we're going to walk through this. So let's get to it. Let me share my screen real quick and I'm going to explain what we are doing desktop 2. So on my screen, I just asked Google, say, hey, what is an AI authority page? And it basically tell me it's an authority page, which is a web page recognized by AI as a highly credible expert source on a specific topic. Strong signals like ownership, verifying data, consistent information across the web. When it talks about consistent information across the web, what it's looking for is whatever you're putting, and like Jared says, and I've been saying for the last 13, 14 years with my agent, name, address, phone number. Your Google My Business, most of you may not think, most of you may have set up your Google listing because you heard somebody else got a lead. The reason you guys are not getting leads off Google is because you're not managing your Google listing the way you're supposed to. Google says now, if you have a Google My Business listing, you need to manage that listing as if it was a storefront. So you can't say, oh, you know what, I got a review and I'm going to ask a client, and then don't reply to the review and forget about it for 3 months. Google's going to ban you and Google's not going to recommend you to get any kind of leads like, hey, you have a free listing on the web, treat it as if it was a storefront, updating regularly your services, your descriptions, your bios, because your bio changes. I'm sorry, people, but your bio that you had 3 years ago is not the same and it's not relevant today because you have evolved. Every day you evolve, every day you change, your services change. The way you do things change, so your bio needs to be constantly evolving. Your services change. Okay, there's nobody in real estate that says, hey, when I started 20 years ago, this is what I specialize in, and that's all I do today. No, your expertise has changed. So when you looking at your Google My Business, it's got to be evolving. So that's where name, address, phone number. So wherever you have your name, however it's spelled, capital, lowercase, your address, same thing. If it's 2300 West and I put a W capital, Whitendale Avenue with a W under the Whitendale, that's how it needs to be everywhere throughout the web. If I put it as 2300 and then somewhere else I list it as WEST, guess what? Google says, you're not the same. You are not the same person. So there's probably two of you. And or you know what, if you are the same person, you're not consistent. So it's going to take it. Imagine seeing 15 logos of YouTube and you're like, well, oh, hold on, which one are we going to go to today? Doesn't make sense. Name, address, phone number. So this is where consistency comes in. Whatever you post in one place, please make sure it's the same everywhere else. If it's name, address, license number, phone number, email address, etc. It's consistent. Okay, that's what it says. And it says structured understands information. So it moves beyond traditional keywords. So keywords are no good. I get a million companies a day send me an email says, hey, we can help you with your SEO. I'm like, no, thank you. SEO, pretty much stuffing keywords in a document is dead. In 2 years, it's going to be 100% dead. It's like, hey, does Shannon have information? If somebody said looking for the top realtor in, does she have a page that shows her as an expert with her credentials, expertise, neighborhood expertise? And then on her website, if it says, I service these 5 cities, does she have a link to each one of those that takes them to a page that talks about that city in a manner that AI says, wow, you must know what you are talking about. I am going to recommend you to everybody looking for a realtor in this town. If you don't have that, it's not going to work. And it's not hard. So trust me. Okay. So this is all this information. So what we're going to do is we're going to get now down to the nitty gritty. I am going to go to I have 2 accounts. So bear with me. Boom, 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 boom. I need this visibility builder. I am going to copy this link. And where is my chat? Oh, there you are. Boom. So in your chat, you have a visibility builder. Then I am going to add 2 more things from my computer. That info download. Oh, wrong computer. Okay, I'll add it in next time. Okay, this is a chat GPT right here. What you see on your screen is what I just shared with you. The second one says, right here, says, help me build an AI authority page for my market. When you click on that, this is what it's going to do. Really simple. And I'm trying to, when I worked on this GPT, I try to make it as simple as possible it can. And it's telling you, hey, perfect. We're going to build an AI authority. AI actually evaluates realtors' generic marketing. I'm going to guide you through the phases, going to guide you. So please don't become overwhelmed. What we're doing, we're creating a page. So an AI authority page is a page AI reads when somebody asks, hey, who should I use to buy or sell a home in? Okay. Before I recommend any realtor, and this is AI telling you, this is what I want from you if you want me to recommend you. Okay. It says, hey, do you have a verified name, address, phone number? So your Google, your Yelp, you're real satisfied. Any place that you have your name, address, phone number, do they match to a T? Your zip code, I mean, area code, if it has a parentheses, it better have an parentheses everywhere. It's looking for exact match, okay? Brokerage legitimacy, and the AI will put it together. Do you have clear market ownership? And look, local relevance. Are you relevant in your own market? Okay. And of course, we talked about, and Jared talks about all the time, are you consistent across the web? Okay. So basically, this page will become your resume to an AI. No fluff. No, like, oh, I do. No, no, no. It just boom, 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 boom. Okay. So first it says, hey, why? This is important. Identification and verification. It says why AI cares. AI will not recommend somebody it cannot verify. If it doesn't know you're legitimate and you haven't put content to show you're legitimate, it's not going to verify you. Like I said, the whole ecosystem is changing. And trust me, I did an AI authority page and I'll show it to you with the CD pages for Century 21 Gold Key because I was working on their website over the weekend. It took me literally 30 minutes. Put them all together, 30 minutes. But I already had the data, so I knew who they were, put in the information, put in the city, and added to their website. Now I just now Gold Key, I work with Caitlin and says, hey, you just need to manage this 10, 15 minutes a week. That is it. You just got to manage it 10, 15 minutes a week. but it's the initial work. Okay, so what the unlock says, oh, please provide. So now he's saying, hey, copy and pasting is fine. Like I told you, I try to make this thing simple. Please provide the following: your exact public name, brokerage affiliation, address, primary phone, license information. So it's giving you an example. Provide this for me. So what I would do is, okay, so I am going to go Bob Patel, and then you can hit space and enter. I mean, shift and enter, or you can just say comma and Century 21, Jordan Link and Company, comma. And I was looking for the address. And remember, if I use a capital W, that's what you're going to have to do. If that your Google My Business has West, W-E-S-T, you need to put West. If it has Avenue, which is capital A-V-E, you need to use that. If you spelled that Avenue, you need to spell out Avenue. Hopefully you guys understand. It's got to be consistent, okay? Visalia, California, 932-777. Phone number. Same thing. 300-9101. If your phone number was listed with periods, change it to periods. You guys do not understand how important it is, okay? And then license. Oh, I don't want that. Trying to make sure I don't hit enter. Here. And if I had license number, then I'm going to do it that way. If I had LIC, then I'm going to switch it to LIC and then just say that one. Okay. So I gave it to it and it says, okay, perfect. I'm going to lock in. So what it's going to do is as you give it data, it locks it in. Okay, got your identity. Bob Patel, Century 21, 2300 West Wendell, primary phone number, license number. Why does this matter? AI systems do not defer, they verify. So as it searches the web, and let's say Shannon did that because I can see her on my screen, so I'm going to pick on her. And it searches the web for Google My Business, content for the city she lives, it's going to come across names. So, but if Shannon Lukes and her phone number and her address are not consistent, when he searches Google, searches the web, searches Yelp, searches anywhere else, it's not going to refer her. Like, whoa, whoa, hold on. You're not consistent. So I may not have to recommend you. So it verifying, are you consistent? That's where name, address, phone number comes in, super important. This exact formatting becomes identity. Remember we said exact formatting. How did you format your name, address, phone number? Any mismatch elsewhere on the web weakens your confidence. Now, Mitch can attest, I've been talking about name, address, phone number since forever. And since we took over their brokerage, I've been harping on it. But does anybody listen? Probably not. But oh well. But it's the same thing. So now it says, hey, please confirm if everything is correct. Everything is correct. And it tells me here, confirmed, it says phase 2. After confirmation, we'll need to build a section, which is like Bob Patel is a real estate authority in his market for these people. And I'll be asked primary city, 5 supporting cities, and my niche. You guys get it so far? Now, this information, if you decide to put it anywhere, needs to match. So don't worry, when you do this, you're going to copy and paste it into Moxie, copy and paste it also into a Word doc. So then if somewhere on LinkedIn you need a bio, take this information, say, turn this content into an AI-friendly bio. So now it's going to spin it, okay? So I confirmed it's going to lock it in. So now phase 2, it says, great, we locked in that information. Now, what's your primary city? And so what is your primary? So I am going to say primary. And it says, give me 5 supporting. Okay, so then I would give it the 5 supporting cities. And like you said, Mitz, you want to do Madeira, etc. You decide the 5 cities that is best bang for your dollars. Farmersville, Tulare, Lindsay, And let's say Dainu. Okay. Then it says primary client focus. There's two ways to do this. See, it asked the question one, and then it said question two. There's two ways to do this. You could decide that I'm gonna go number one here, and then primary city is here, and then I can say two space, and then I can come in here and three space, whichever way you want to do, because if you hit enter, it's going to accept what you wrote or typed in. Pick one you most want to recommend. So this is where a lot of agents will tell me, say, hey, I do everything. Like, stop, stop. You guys are probably good at none. But what is your primary? There's always a primary. Every agent has a primary niche. Primary is if it's buyers, put it in. If it's sellers, if it's buyers and sellers, fine. Or if you mainly focus with first-time home buyers or luxury, primary. What is your primary? So I am going to say, let's say luxury market. That's my primary. Okay. And why we're doing this? AI recommends engines. AI recommendation is your anchor to a city, then expands outwards, and then filters who the user. So
Hmm.
AI searching, remember, it's freaking unbelievable. So I responded to that. So I am going to hit enter. So now it's going to read, like I told you, I try to keep it simple. So if you hit that GPT and you just take your time. So now it says, hey, here is how AI will understand where and why to recommend you. Primary city, Visalia. Supporting cities, here. Primary niche, here. Now remember, it's just bullet points. It's not writing a bunch of fluff because AI, when you guys go into AI on ChatGPT and type in a question, it gives you an answer, unless you ask it to write a book. But then you're not going to read the book. So can you highlight this? Or can you just give me etc.? Because you want the digest version. This is what it's creating for you. And why is it important? Because AI anchors you to Visalia, me. And each of you will be different. Supporting cities expands your recommendation and reach. Okay, so it says, oh, you also work these cities. That's why AI will also tell you, let's create city pages now. We'll get into that. Luxury automatically filters you into a higher intent. Somebody's looking for luxury homes, boom, there she is. Shannon's right there, boom, there she's in there. And you are no longer competing with every agent. You're only competing with luxury capable agents. You need to define yourself where you belong. This is where this super comes in important, right there. Okay, so now draft. It already drafted it. And if you read, it says Bob is a luxury real estate agent with Century 21 specializing in high-end residential real estate. Bum, bum, bum. In addition, Bob Patel works with luxury clients in Farmersville, Tulare, Lindsay, and Danuba. Should have put buyer or seller, but it's okay. Providing localized market insight, pricing strategy, concierge level representation. His focus on luxury real estate ensures clients receive elevated service, strategic negotiation, market specific guidance. Holy Moses, it would have took me forever to type this. But AI saying this is what me and every other AI search engine is looking for to recommend you when somebody says luxury home, Farmersville. Exeter, because those are my primary, secondary cities. And I said my target market is luxury. And of course, there's other markets you do, but your primary. What is your primary? Okay, why does it work? Clear city, explicit positioning, no hype, written in third person, easy for AI to quote and to summarize. You guys good so far? Okay, if you have a
Yep.
question, put it in chat, please. Okay,
We do have a check one question, Bob, but
okay.
this person Debs is dual licensed in 2 states. So how does the NAP work for that? That's kind of technical.
Well, that is technical, but technically, Deb, you have a primary basically where your main office is. You can always put in a dual location later, but you have to focus on your primary. One of those is your primary because you're not going to work in your out-of-state location 90% of the time and work in your home location 10% of the time. So yeah, you primary. You can't say I want to dominate two states. It doesn't work because nobody's going to search, oh, who's the best realtor in Georgia? So it doesn't work. Okay.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Next. I'm sorry.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, phase three, proof and credibility signal. So now it's saying, hey, thank you for everything you've given me. Now, why should I trust Bob? Okay. So we'll cover short, controlled, years of experience, blah, blah, blah. So it says before we do it, nothing fluffy, nothing risky, confirm or adjust number two. So I'm going to confirm what it did for number two, and we're going to go on to number three. Okay. So it's locked in that data. Now it says, hey, now show me proof of credibility because that's super important. It's going to ask, we'll do this safely, whether you're experienced, mid-level, or early stage. So it's a little bit different from what you did, I think, Mitz.
Mhm.
Because I updated it this morning. So now it says, okay, please answer these questions. So I told you I was trying to keep this thing simple. It kept me up all night because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do this training and somebody's going to freak out and ask 50 million questions. But like, hey, number one, that's what we're going to answer. One, I have been in business, let's say 14 years. That's how long I've been with Jordan Link. Then two, says luxury expense indicator. Please pick one that fits. So it's giving you ideas. Has represented multiple luxury buyers, specialized in luxury residence properties and high value homes, focused on premium properties, or describe briefly your own. Like, I like this one. Okay, so since it gave me one and I like it, I'm going to give it that one. Then we're going to go to number three. And local market connection, optional but powerful. This helps AI separate local experts from generic. Now, remember, I said generic because there's a lot of generic agents out there because they just do everything, but they don't. So what it says is, hey, example, born and raised, longtime Valley residents, active in the community, specialized neighborhood knowledge. So one sentence max says or say skip. So what I'd like to do, once you do this, I'll write it. So if you have any local information, like born in the area, you've been in residence for 27 years, actively engaged with the Kiwanis Club, Elks Lodge, this and this, specialize in neighborhoods and this, and you bullet point it out. Got it? All
Okay.
it is saying, hey, this is how I want you to phrase it. Once, if it is, put it in number three. So I'm going to put born in Visalia, even though I wasn't. Lived here 62 years with and
Hey Bob, while you're typing, Luz has a question that says, "Can you gear it to a price point?" That's interesting. That might work. There's
not yet.
Mhm.
Let's just focus, will you? Follow what it's asking you, and then we'll get into what you're asking about. Okay, so I'm just going to make that up. So normalize for AI trust. So there's one obvious voice to type text typo. Lived. See? Lived here, I've
Uh,
corrected it. So it's going through looking at it to says, okay, hold on. If you make a slight mistake, it's going to look at it and says, oh, okay, hold on. I'm just going to correct this. It doesn't sound right.
mhm.
Okay. So phase three, proof of credibility. Great. Also heavily known local and marketed expert. So here's the draft. It drafts my local expertise. Okay. Why is this important? Because of etc. And action required. Lock it or adjust it. So once I approved, I'm going to approve this section. It's going step by step. So trust me, I know this is tedious, but if you really want to make a lot of money going forward, and this is going to be the norm in over the next 2 years. So guess what? Those of you that actually learn, put together, manage it, consistently update it, eventually will see more return on investment than the 99.99% of the agents that will not do the work. Okay. Okay, service and client fit. This is where AI decides when to recommend you. AI doesn't recommend the best agent. it recommends the best agent for this person. Remember, it's not going to recommend Shannon or Mitch to every person looking in their market. No, are you the right fit? Okay. So following pick what bets, excuse me, pick what fits best. Who do you primarily help? Choose up to two. So number one, do I help luxury home buyers and sellers? Do I help move up, trade up buyers, relocation buyers, new construction luxury, or luxury downsizers? I have to pick two or give it two. So I'm going to pick the first two. And so that's what I do. Come up here and that one. And then number two, it says what type of properties you most often work with. Single family luxury homes, gated, large lots, golf communities, etc. Just giving you rough ideas. If not, you tell it, list up to three. So I'm going to put custom luxury homes, um, golf course communities, and new luxury development. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give it those. Perfect. I'll normalize this. So it normalizes this information. So basically says, hey, if anybody is looking for this in a specific area that has a specific need for this, I will recommend Shannon. If she is the only one that has that information in there, hey, I will recommend it to her. So draft, services and client fit, AI ready. Bum, bum, bum. Are you going to approve it? I'm just going to approve it. And most of you will go through and read it. Please do. I'm just doing it for training. Phase 4 is locked in. It's going to write it all out. FAQs and AI quotation triggers. So we're almost near the end. Just creating FAQ sections. 6 FAQs that we're going to add to your website. And
That's cool.
because there's always commonly known questions. When somebody's asking a question, they also ask another one. So on your website, it creates the FAQs like, oh, it's ask and the search engine like, oh, well, oh, you already got with Bob Patel a good choice for buying luxury homes. Like, oh, yes. Oh, okay. Yes, he is because of this information. Oh, thank you. I will recommend Bob. Okay. Action required, reply FAQ approved. Okay. FAQ. Okay. Hang tight. Almost done. So what it's doing is saying this is an exact order of your page should follow. Do not rearrange it. Okay. This is what it's doing. It's putting it all together. Internal link. It says AI optimize FAQ. You got to add the FAQ. And at the bottom of the page, add links to this if you have it. Because you got to create internal links within a link. It's like creating a house and you got 14 different rooms and you walk in the front door and there's no other door. Well, that's a little stupid. If you really think of it, you walk in like, there's nowhere else for me to go. So you go back out. AI does the same thing. It goes to a page, says Reddit, okay, there's no links in here. So I can't go to the About Me page or Contact Me page, a page for Vicera because there's no links on the page. So it backs back out. So in creating internal links, it's like having little doors to other pages and content on your website. Here it is, the deployment checklist, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to ask it, can you, if I can type, and here we go. It talks about me, name, address, phone number, consistent, by sale, luxury real estate expertise, the trust and brand, luxury real estate and client focus, that what we talked about, frequently asked questions, and what it is basically just summarize this. And then it says explore by sale luxury real estate. To learn more about by sale real estate luxury market, explore this. So this is eventually this will luxury homes, luxury home guide. There's a guide by sale luxury home. No big deal. So this page is designed to provide clear, verifiable information about Bob's experience to search engines. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up to copy, and we are going into you see my Moxie's welcome to the brokerage site.
Yep.
I just want to make sure because I didn't want to go into somebody else's account and I get all confused. My sites. I'm going to go into my personal account. So as an agent, this is when you log into your Moxie account, this is where you'd be. It says, hi, welcome to the agent site. Great. You are going to go on the top left where it says new, go to page. New page. And it says custom. That's all we're going to do is leave it at custom. We're not doing none of this other stuff. It's a custom page that we're going to create and you're going to hit submit. So I'm going to call this the AI authority page and just hit enter. So basically it's my website slash AI authority page because I already have one. So you put a number 2. That's what happens when you train so much. You got duplicates. So you got the page. Now, what I would do is you could technically paste the information here or go into Builder. I would go into Builder. Now remember, we're just doing this as I'm going along. You could tell it's really not rocket science if you follow what I'm saying. So here we are. This is your Builder page. All you're going to do is take a row. 2 ways to do it. If you want to put the AI authority page and also put your contact information, you can, or just leave the authority. We're going to do just drag a single column and you're going to just drag it out. It says, oh, okay, I got one column. In that column, I want to add text. So I'm going to drag the text box here, and it opened up this window. In this window, because remember I copied from AI, I'm going to right click and paste. So if you notice, here's this information. Now, yes, a lot of this text is super tall. You're like, oh my God. Yeah, we're going to fix that. On a page, you need one header tag. If you notice, it says H1. You only need one. Everything else here is an H2. It did it for you. I told it to do it because what it is like a book. You get a book. The title of the book is the H1. Google says, oh, okay, that's the title. Thank you. When it sees all H2s, it's like, oh, those are all chapters. If it sees an H3, it says, oh, you're a subchapter within a chapter. So it looks at that information like that and it says, oh, you just wrote this super nice. Okay, so we are here and title's big. Bob Patel, I'm like, I don't see. If I go Bob Patel's ahead of 2, I can always highlight Bob Patel and says, you know what? I want to change the font to like 30. So it dropped me down to a little smaller. I'm going to go to luxury because it's super wide, if you could tell. I don't want it that big either. So I can go in and just highlight it and say, you know what, you go to 30 also. So how it dropped it is still in H2. I just don't want the font so big. And I want to tell Google that this is important. So I'm going to bold it. When you have a word that's important, it says, oh, there must be some emphasis on this word because you bolded it or italic. You can do that. So I'm going to go through each one of these and switch it to 30. So if you notice, it looks a little bit more consistent and cleaner and it highlights. So this is what you're going to do. I'm going to go here and switch this to 30 and bold it. There we go. Now we got a frequently asked question. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this section from here and I'm going to copy this and delete it. And I am going to make this 30 and bold. Okay, so this is where we're at so far. Where there was an FAQ. The reason I didn't want to keep the FAQ because I'm going to show you something. You can come here, type in FAQ. There's an FAQ schema. If we drag this down here where it's right underneath the other one, it'll keep the same width. All I'm going to do is drag it. It says, hey, so now it creates an interactive schema, which actually looks a little bit more professional. So technically what we do here is in here, you can says, okay, what is the title? And remember, I copied and pasted it. So the first one was this, which is the title. I'm going to remember because you would use the original and go in and who is the best luxury? No, let's not do it this way. I'm getting all confused. Okay, we're going to go. Yeah, sorry. Trying to move you. You're not working. Why are you not working that way? Okay, I'm going to go this way a little bit. It's a good thing I have a big screen too. I need this here. I need the schema, FAQ, and we're gonna go. Come on, bear with me. Here. Okay. First one. Okay, first one is here. Who is a good luxury real estate agent in Visalia, California? Perfect. So I'm gonna paste that. And I'm going to paste this content right here. And I'm going to put it in this window here and save. So I have the first one. Then I'm going to click back in again. I'm going to go to the second option. The second one says, does Bob Patel work in Visalia, California? Whatever it says, I'm going to copy the title. And I'm going to copy what AI gave me as an FAQ. Here, save.
Pretty
I'm going to
cool.
go to the third one. Same thing, you're just going to copy the title. And it kind of helps when you have two screens. And I'm going to put it here as a title. And I'm going to copy the verbiage here. Save. Then I'm going to add one. Edit. Title. How long has Bob Patel been a real estate agent? Great. We're going to answer that question. So I don't have to answer that question again. It's in the FAQ. And put it in here. And we're going to keep going. And usually it needs about 6 or 7 good FAQs, which AI is generating for you. And it's just the work of doing what I'm doing right now and eventually creating links. Save. And the last one. And add FAQ, edit it, add the title, copy the verbiage. Mhm. Save, save, done, and publish. So now this page, if you look, once it's published, this is what, if somebody clicks on the AI authority page or AI search engines come in, it's going to read this information, why I'm an authority. It's broken down, no fluff, nothing. Talks about expertise, talks about this, and now it's got your different little FAQs
Pretty
already
cool.
added. The other thing that AI search engine says is now you need to create a city page because I said I was an expert in a city. So I would have to go in and says, okay, Mr. GPT, we've been working on this. If you would like to keep building momentum, next best moves are Visalia City AI page. Absolutely. So you start with one. A couple of days later, let me create Exeter City AI page. Add that one. Couple of days later, the next city. So AI says, "Oh, you're constantly updating your content instead of done and forget it for 6 months." So I'm gonna say number one, please. And it remembers everything in its conversations. Like Mitch was asking, will this AI remember what we were talking about 6 months ago? Yes, it will. It has it. So uses city pages. So based on mine, and it's going to tell you what it's going to do. Okay. Just asking you what you need to fill in, or you can ask it, can you create it and modify it? Send the 5 answers when ready. So now you got to tell it, who is this page written for? Number one, let's say all. Number two is just framing positioning. I can say all applies or all, it doesn't matter. It'll know what I'm talking about. Number three, what areas do you want AI to associate with? These can be neighborhoods. And I got to decide.
Placing plenty of power banks over.
Oh, sorry, Bob.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get the link for the the YouTube site. I'm sorry. Continue, please.
Okay. Northwest Visalia is who I want. You know what? All the examples will work.
But you guys got a couple of requests.
Sorry, Bob.
One local insight says number four example. This is gold. One local insight you've said you'd say to a client, most of vendor attracted buyers, this one. That looks good. So number four, that one. Number five, confirm anchor, just confirming for AI. This page should clearly position Bob as the Visalia luxury real estate expert featured on the page. Yes. You guys with me so far? It's really simple. We just answered the question that it wanted. Now it created me a Visalia, California real estate guide for AI. Doesn't have all the fluff, but it's enough for AI to says, okay, now I know why Bob's an expert. Okay. So giving me all this information. So I'm going to show you how we're going to add this. This Visalia AI page is designed to provide clear, local, grounded information for buyers, sellers, AI-powered search platforms seeking authority insight into the Visalia luxury real estate market. Okay, so this is what you did. We're done. So we are going to take this information, copy it. I am going to go back to my website. I'm going to go back to new page. While I'm on this page, since you're logged in, you can always just hit new page. We're going to go to custom. We are going to go to builder. I'm going to leave that title alone for now. So it'll automatically make it generic. So I can come in here, take a row, drag it over. I could take a text box, put it in here, and paste that content just like this. This is going to be my title. If I say a luxury, etc. So I don't need that luxury title. I can keep it. I don't really need it because that's the title I'm going to use. So now this is where we're at in the same thing. This is an H2. I can decide, you know what? I want to keep the formatting like the last page. I'm going to drop it 30. I'm going to bold it. I'm going to do that for each one of these so that my pages look consistent. So it looks like, okay, well, somebody took the time to put these pages together and make them consistent size, consistent font. The headers are all where they need to be. And buying and selling, bold it, make it 30. And why work for a specialist, 30. I'm going to bold it. And exploring Visalia real estate. We are going to bold it, make it 30. AI is then done. And you know what? I really don't need this content, so let's get rid of that. Then we are going to save. I'm going to hit done. I'm going to publish this page. I'm going to go back to edit the page. because I need to edit page. I'm going to change the title. Visalia Luxury Real Estate Guide. Take this out and hit OK. So now I got a new URL. Here it is. Okay, then I'm going to hit done. So now I just created a page for Visalia Real Estate Luxury. I'm going to copy this link, or I can open the link, copy that URL. This is what you're going to do once you create every page. And we're going to go to the AI Authority page we just created, which was this one. I'm going to go to Builder. And remember, we talked about, come on, right here. It created me a Visalia Real Estate Guide. I'm going to take that. I'm going to hit this, highlight it, hit this chain link, paste that URL, Visalia Luxury Real Estate Guide. There it is. Now I just created a link. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit done and then publish. So when AI comes in, reads this, it'll go through this page and has a link. It'll follow that link to this page. And so when you add the next page, you go back and says, now, can you create me a page that says this? Can you create a page for this? Can you create a page for this title? And then you link them. Okay.
Very cool.
I know it's a lot. The first thing you got to do is create the authority page. Just follow that GPT that I sent you, put it in there, paste it in. Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
Here's a really quick one. If you're, I've already got a city page. Do I need to update this page to the AI content? And that is correct, right?
Video AI authority page? Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And then if you have a city page, link it everywhere on your website that says the name of that city. Link it if it's relevant. If it's a blog, if it's your bio, if it's your contact page that talks about buying guide for Visalia, let's say, for my city, I would link that content to those pages. The more internal links you create, the more the AI will follow those links and search your website. The problem is we create content, we don't link it to other pages. So we only get that page showing up. The other pages don't get recognized because they don't get linked.
Mm.
So you want to create a link, especially if you create that page and you put it on social media. Well, social media, social bots are going to go in, look at it. Oh, there's a link. Let me follow it. Oh, there's a link to the city of Visalia. Let me follow that. Great. You know what? You're also providing relevant content to people that I'm sending you to relevant content for that city. Here's a link to this, the county building. Here's a link to the city of Visayas, this office, and you put external links too, which all helps you become like an expert to Google and all the AI machines. Make sense?
Yep. Deb just asked a question right now. She said, so Google actually searches for the term AI authority page with your name?
It'll find it
Hmm.
and then they'll index that authority page. It doesn't automatically just look for one. When it goes through your website, and the problem that I'm noticing with a lot of individuals I'm working on their websites for, they create a website, but nobody's sharing it. I can tell. I can see there's no traffic because I put in a code. But what happens is when you create your website, you need to start sharing properties. You need to start sharing your bio, your contact page on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, wherever you can, because once it's on those social platforms will follow that link back to your website, to those pages. And then, hey guys, guess what? I just set up my AI authority page. Super excited. Blast it everywhere. Get those AI engines and everybody else to start indexing and going through those pages. The problem is we create content we don't tell the world.
Mhm.
So nobody knows it exists.
That's pretty cool.
So the other thing that you can do, and it's my hopefully I don't confuse you, is go to search engine, Google Search Console. So I am going to put it in here. Basically, Google, if you put in Google Search Console, it's going to give you this option right here. Okay. You go in there and it says, let's get started. Okay. You got to have a Gmail account. And of course, I did. So basically, the first thing it's going to do is going to give you this option here. You're not going to tie your domain. You're just going to put in the URL. So if it's mitz dot whatever it is, you put in that URL. If it's bobpatel.com, you put in that URL. You guys with me so far? That's as simple as that. What you want to do is just do that. Wait about 3-4 days.
Hmm.
What'll happen is, remember, Google Search Console. If you don't have anything, just go into the URL prefix, put in your URL, and hit continue. What it will do is it'll be here. See, Go Key Realty. That's the website I was working on over the weekend. I already sent it, and then I went in and said, okay, every Moxie website has a sitemap. So if we're looking at Go Key Realty that I was working on, and if I get rid of this, this is most agents' website. Their name.sites.c21.homes. If you put in sitemap.xml, this is what Google sees like, oh, you got content, and each of these are linking to internal pages. You submit this sitemap for you guys. It's easy because your sitemap, your website address here, it's only sitemap.xml. So all you got to put in, submit. When I did that over the weekend on January 10th, it says, hey, success. We read your sitemap on the 11th. We've discovered 38 pages. It'll now schedule Google to go out and index those 38 pages. You with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay. What I did was like, okay, you know what? I don't have time to wait for this. So what you do, that's the only thing you do. You just do that and step aside. Then this part is super important. I told it, hey, I gave it the link to the website / AI authority page. I pasted in here because I just created it over the weekend, right? And it says, hey, wasn't on Google. There was a button here that says request indexing. This is already on Google. This is the fastest way you can get that page on Google. You just punch it in here, it'll boop,
Hmm.
and then you submit it. Then the advantage with that is now Google's already indexing her page. It's already indexing Gold Key Realty, Tilton, Samborton, Allensworth, New Hampton, and Franklin, New Jersey as city pages. I submitted it ahead of time. Now, whenever Caitlin goes in and edits that content, she'll come back in here, punch it in, that URL, and say, can you request indexing again?
No big deal.
So what happens is Google says, oh, you must have made some changes. Let me go back and search that page
Hmm.
and see some changes and recatalogs your website. And this, like I says, now think of it, guys. I manage my agents and most of their websites, my brokerage, training, and for doing this kind of stuff, it's probably 15, 20, 30 minutes a week. Once you understand the authority page and the city pages, you create them. You do one first, then you, a couple of days later, say, can you create a city page for Exeter? Can you create the city page for this one? And then you create the pages. If you need more help, reach out to me. Most of you already have my cell phone number, so but I'll put it in the chat anyway. Just text me and I will walk you through it. But it's super simple. The main thing is on your website is, can I go and create a custom page, and can I just go in quickly and edit it? Just like we've been talking for a long time, can you go into Moxie Rise and create an email real quick before the full-blown version comes out? It's all about practice. So, do you have any other questions out here?
I think there's one more. Rochelle had a question. Does the AI authority page need to include, is it scheme for this page?
Not necessarily because we don't have an option to add it anywhere in the code, so you don't really need it. No.
Okay.
Main
I,
thing is having that page as a start because 99, like I said, 99.9% of everybody else will not have an AI authority page. It will not have a relevant city page. Um, Teresa, I just typed my number in.
I'll type it in for you.
There you go. And so main thing is just starting little by little. It says, okay, let me spend 10 minutes, just like we've been doing training with Moxie. Hey, go in Moxie Rise and do a little bit of training. No, Deb, no, no. We're not doing, AI is not looking for recommending listings. It's recommending you as a person to people that are searching for properties. Let's not go all overboard. Let's just go work with, can I get search engines to understand me, who I am, what my expertise are, why I'm the professional? Why should search engines AI recommend me over everybody else? I don't care what they're searching for, but if they're in my niche market and looking for luxury homes in Exeter, and Bob is the one that shows up as AI relevant, then I'm going to recommend Bob. Nothing to do with price point, nothing to do with anything else. Is nothing to do with that. It's all about becoming relevant with the content you post that AI will say, I'm going to recommend you. And remember, your Google My Business is so important. Google My Business, because in there you can put all your market content in there, market relevancy in there. Every month you can put a post about how the market's going, the interest rates, and all of that. Google says, wow, you are really putting information here that shows that you're an expert. Why would I not recommend you?
Got it.
Okay. Any other questions?
And one last one, I think. What's the difference of having the AI page on your homepage, or should it be a separate page? It's a separate page, correct?
Separate page.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want the main thing your customers see is that page first. No, this is for AI search, not your consumer. Your consumer wants, if they're on your website, they're looking for a house. So I would show you search first. AI is indexing your site. AI works differently. AI doesn't see your website. Hope most of you understand that. This is um
Page on your website, correct.
no watch. Bob. So let's say this is what you see because you're using a browser. Okay. This is what you see. This is not what AI sees. This is what AI sees. This. This is what Google AI bots see. This is your actual website, and this is how it was created until somebody says, "Hey, I need to go," in the old days, Netscape, browser, on all of that, so it could take machine language, convert it so humans can says, "Oh, that looks interesting. That looks cute." This is what AI reads. That's why when we created the AI authority page, there's no fluff. It's just boom, 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 boom. Here you are. Here's your expertise. How long have you been in business? Everything else. This is all it sees, not this. That's why it's even important when you upload pictures, you give it a file name. So it says looking to buy a home or sell or whatever you want to do. But this is not what Google sees. This is what it sees. It's crazy. Okay, any other questions? It's not a hidden page. You can put it wherever you want, Deb. You can, let me see what I did with Gold Key. Um, I did local resource. For now, I put an AI authority page here. And then I put in Franklin because I'm like, oh, they have an AI authority page. Even if it's a consumer, they may look at that like, huh, that's kind of interesting. I went to Mitz's website. He doesn't have nothing like that. Wow, man, this
Which
this
is true.
realtor, this realtor must be pretty smart. Like I don't know any realtors in Visalia that have an AI authority page for God's sake. And then they go to Franklin, and so Franklin for now we only got short data. So what I decided to do is use a two column and says, you know what? Let me use bank rate over here and put a widget here that'll load loan information. It's relevant content, right? So I added that in here. This is from Mortgage News Daily. You can create a widget and then you can load it onto your website wherever you decide. So I chose to put this on every city, even though it's the same information, but it just shows AI and everybody else like, oh, wow, there's a 30-year FHA, it's 5.70. Like, oh, okay. Wow, Mitch doesn't have that on his website. I'm not using him as a realtor. I'm just going to call Bob. Okay, any other questions? Don't hide the page. Just put it somewhere.
Yeah, no more questions. I don't want to be thrown under the bus anymore today.
I know it's all good. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. Or if you need more information on this, let me know. And you know what? Mitz and I can do another training exactly like this and answer all the questions that we couldn't answer because we didn't know what you were looking for. But if you go use the GPT step by step, it'll ask you what it wants you to do. It'll tell you what information that it wants, and you don't have to worry about it. I would please just go through that and set that up and just copy and paste it onto your website. Even if you kind of sort of do it, hey, it's better than what people have not even done yet. That's the difference. Just put it in there, even if it's not formatted. Then if you need help, reach out and I'll help you format it the way you want. And like, okay, got it. Now focus on the rest. Okay. So if you have any questions, please reach out anytime. I'm going to end this training and you guys have an amazing week. Oh,
Let me get that the YouTube page in the chat one more time. Or can you type it in there, Bob? You probably have it memorized.
I think it's that one. Um,
I got it. Okay. There it is, Bob.
There you go. That's where we'll have it. Hopefully, Google doesn't say, "Hey, you got content in there you shouldn't be using." And we'll figure it out somewhere, or we'll just upload it into the Century 21 Global group, so somebody
That's
can just go back and watch it there if we can't put it on YouTube. But I will. You know what? I'll put it on the Century 21 Global page, just a recording of AI Authority, and then you guys can just find it from there. If it for some reason Google decides to like, you're using copyright information, sometimes it does that. So, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.
Thanks, Bob.